Welcome back to This episode is cursed, Mike.
Welcome back to whatever it is we're playing.
Oh, wait, what is this, Mike?
All right, this is the Ur-Quan Master's HD. Technically, it's the Mega Mod because there's so much stuff that they've added to this.
Yeah, this has all the bells and whistles, folks.
Yes, and there's so much that we're not turning on just because we want to do this one. It's going to be an honest playthrough as far as, you know what, we both beat the game before.
Yeah.
We know what we're getting into. We're not going to sit here and half-ass it and be like, oh, we don't know what we're doing.
Yeah.
We do know what we're doing.
We've kind of optimized, too, like where we're going to go and what we got to do and all that.
The biggest difference that we're not doing is when we played the game before, when Bill played this on his channel all the years ago that you and Jackie did this.
Yeah.
Obviously, you know, it was the low-res version, and you guys were using the cyborg. You were fighting.
Which totally skips, like, the final battle.
Yeah, when I played this, when I finally, you know, Bill was like, hey, you got to try this game. Well, I finally gave it the proper try that it needed, and I was playing, once again, the low-res version. I was using the cyborg to do the battles, and once again, it skipped the end. You know, you don't get to see the final battle if the cyborg's doing it. So neither Bill or I have actually beat this game with us at the controls and when it comes time for the battles and everything. So this one, we're actually giving it the honest college go. We're gonna do the battles. We're not gonna use the cyborg. But Bill's never seen this game in high definition before, so this is gonna be a treat for him.
Yes.
I've been waiting, and I've never beat this game in high definition, so I'm really looking forward to this.
Yeah, so let's get the game going. And oh, you're right, Mike. This is some high def graphics,
isn't it though?
This is I'm getting wowed.
Is it everything I told you it could be?
Oh man, I had oh my god, it brings a tear to my eye.
Oh, just wait. Wait till you see the ship. See?
Look at this.
I mean, if you were on the bridge of that ship, you'd have no problem staring at that sun.
Oh, I would be so low poly count it wouldn't be funny.
But no, I do love the movie intro.
This is actually from the 3DO, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when I seen it, you know, we played it on the Windows or on the PC version, and it had it always had those the still images.
Yeah.
It had this audio, but it had the still images. And when I bought a 3DO from a secondhand store, popped in Star Control 2 because it came with it, and all of a sudden this intro starts. I'm like, what is this? And I was so excited, I called Bill. Bill, you gotta check this out. I found the videos on YouTube, I sent him some links. I'm like, this is what I'm looking at on the 3DO. And it was so cool. I mean, obviously it's not no high definition, and they really, I would love to see them redo these in high def.
I'm surprised they kind of didn't for this. I mean, they redid everything else in high def.
Because on it would be nothing to fire up like an Unreal Engine or something like that and just, you know, go to town.
Yeah.
It really, I mean, here I am, I'm not a programmer, and here I am saying, well, it really wouldn't take a whole lot. I mean, comparatively speaking,
those lazy game devs.
I really don't think it would take a whole lot, you know?
Well, actually, I think this is fan modded, isn't it?
Yeah, there's a huge fan base for this game.
That's how great games were in the 90s, folks.
Yeah.
They have such strong followings that people are still doing stuff with them and revamping them and improving on them.
And even to this day, there's still, you know, stuff that can be done in this Mega Mod to make the game, like, replayable.
Yeah.
Even for, like,
Actually, you know, it's funny, because you've been trying to get me to play this forever, this Mega Mod. And honestly, I am very impressed.
Are ya?
Yeah, oh yeah, actually, yeah. I mean, just some of the options you have.
Going through them in there, going through the options and stuff and seeing.
Yeah.
Well, something that I'm curious about, you know, because we were going through the options together a little bit before starting this, is the seed for the map generator.
Yeah, you can make it randomize the map.
Yeah, and I'm wondering if that would actually give a replayability kind of to the game, where you could put in a different map seed, and if that would move things around.
Oh, well, we gotta We gotta name our
the ship. Now, Bill and I are terrible at this.
Yes, this is the one thing I suffer the most with, folks.
Same as me. I mean, I played this game, and I remember at one point putting in Ahab for the captain and the Pequod for the ship. You know, I mean,
Me and Mike spent an hour
no plagiarism there for me.
trying to come up with a name.
And the names that we came up with, honestly, if Jackie were here, she'd beat us over the head. So we tried to come up with a name that we would not get beat for using, but at the same token, this is a 90s game. We can put in anything we want.
Yes, back then they did not police what you could and could not put into the game.
There was no censorship.
So I found the perfect name for my captain, Mr. Captain I Fucked, of the flagship Your Mom. Perfect.
Try that on a Nintendo game.
Yeah, you
boys and
definitely
girls.
can't get away with that nowadays.
This is Generation X stuff right here.
Yeah, it is.
This is what made our generation so cool.
Oh, but look at those graphics. Oh my god, I move so fucking slow.
Well, yeah, you're just starting off.
I know, it's just, every time it's like,
But I love how the planets are actually orbiting the sun.
Yeah, that is cool. They are moving. That's one thing that, like, I've always... oh, wow, that is...
And they're spinning on their axis. And that is options that you can either turn on or turn off with the Mega Mod.
Yeah,
if you don't like it, you can disable that.
That's one thing I liked is, like, the versatility's there. You can actually, engage and disengage the stuff.
Even the menu systems, obviously we got it set to like the text and everything, but if you preferred the graphics of the 3DO better, you can actually have the pictographics, for the your icons and your menus and stuff that you're doing, or even like the planet representation where it actually shows like there's you're not supposed to run into those. But even like when it shows like the tectonics and the weather and stuff like that, you can have that as a picture display instead of it telling you what it is.
Oh shit!
Man, you're terrible at this.
I know. Normally I don't have any. Oh yeah, check this out, folks. It actually you can spill over, and you won't lose the resources now.
Yeah, because in the usual game, if you were to go over those, and your ship was full or your lander was full, it would
fill to capacity, and then we'd just lose those resources, which is so terrible. And god damn, I'm doing
terrible.
bad.
You are fucked. You're putting your crew. You're sticking it right, dude. You turned and ran into it.
Oh man,
dude, do I need you're down to 13 crew, dude.
Yeah, pretty much everyone but the captain left the ship for that.
Wow.
Holy shit. Yeah, it's amateur hour here today.
Yes, it is. Holy shit. How about you talk less and steer more?
Well, that's the thing. Folks, I wasn't kidding when I said that this episode is cursed.
Cursed my ass. That's just my son can drive better than me. And he can't park a car to save his ass. If Chris was here in his Jeep with the wheel wagon suspension, he could avoid those things.
Well, there's no quakes on this planet, so
good thing.
Maybe I'll do better. Oh, hell. But yeah, folks, obviously Jackie's not here, as you may have noticed.
I came over and she got sick.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
I would have at least ran over that last one.
Oh yeah, I guess I could have just gotten some bromide. Well, I could go back.
But you haven't killed everybody yet. there's so much to do, Bill.
Yeah, so this is what is this, the fourth or fifth time we've recorded this episode?
We've had problems. Full disclosure, Chris called in like the worst possible moment. We're setting up the beginning of the game.
Yeah.
And there's so much text and dialogue and everything else. It's the worst possible time to have some idiot yapping on the phone. Sorry to anybody that actually likes Chris out there. But then after that, we're using...
should I go down...
Not with Class 3 tectonics and you running over. Let's get more crew before you start planet exploring. Go talk to Crybaby Hayes. Get some... We don't need a game over before the game gets started. Go talk.
The way things are going,
Yeah.
we probably will.
No, go talk to Crybaby.
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah, and don't forget to save before talking to Crybaby. Because he's going to make us fight that Ur-Quan thing.
Oh, yeah. I already nearly got killed on that once.
Yeah. Not to mention that just the planet is kicking your ass. You want me to do the fight for you?
Maybe. Honestly, the way I'm playing, maybe.
And this asshole here, you guys are big bad. What are you doing out of your hole inside a ship that has no markings or anything on it? It doesn't even identify. You've been very, very bad. We're gonna go tell on you. This probe is now leaving this sector. Don't you move.
Yeah.
Subservience shall be tolerated.
You know, I do love the talking pet.
Yeah, that is cool.
Oh, it's how when you find him later on in the game, the fucker's talking like Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, oh my god, I love this guy. This is awesome. Just don't talk to him without that fucking, mind blocking thing on your ship,
Oh, man. Well, we better not move, Mike. He said don't move.
I'd save before talking to Crybaby.
I'm not going to talk to Crybaby. I'm going to go to the moon.
Okay. Yeah, because I could just see it with 13 fucking crew left. All of a sudden, oh, you got to battle this Ur-Quan ship. Oh, no, you died. Start the game over.
And then we'll be working on retake 6 of this.
6 or
fucking
7,
episode.
I don't know. I lost count. But no. In all disclosure, all right, we're running the Windows version of the HD mod.
On a Mac.
On a Mac, so I'm running it through Parallels. However, when Mac downloaded the Windows version, I never paid for the activation of it. I can't bring myself to purchase Windows when I've already spent, way too much on a damn Mac.
Yeah, sorry, Bill Gates.
So we're running the Windows version on Windows 11 through Parallels.
Brainbox bulldozers look so good.
Don't they though?
Yeah.
On a Mac operating system. And yes, this game is available for Macs. However, when I tried running it on the Mac, it just for me, it didn't run as smoothly. I just like the Windows version better. So here we are. Is what it is. But anyway, running it through there, Bill, he loves to hold down the shift key for some reason. So all of a sudden we got messages for sticky keys popping up.
Yeah, I don't even, nobody in the history of fucking ever has ever wanted sticky keys. I don't even know why it's an option.
Steve Jobs didn't want sticky keys.
Report for the surface. We have discovered an alien base and have explored its interior. The installation must have been abandoned many years ago, but great care has been taken to make it appear active. Life support systems are functioning, fusion generators are at full output, and robotic construction vehicles have been programmed to roam the lunar surface, bulldozing moon dust into random piles. Well, not anymore, they're not. In addition, we have found the installation hyperwave locked in transmission mode, endlessly playing the same alien recording. Although we cannot translate the message, our Xenotech Anson Rigby believes the message is some kind of alert or mayday broadcast. The base is filled with useful materials and equipment. We will scavenge as much as we can and bring it aboard immediately.
That was a good looking moon base though. Oh, the moon base disappeared.
Yeah.
Huh, interesting.
Well, he said we brought stuff on board. Well, he brought the whole moon base with him.
That's an awful big ship or an awful small moon base, not sure which one.
That's an awfully hot coffee pot, I'll tell you that much. All right, so hey, we got ourselves a moon base.
Yay! Save, Bill, save.
Oh, yeah, okay.
13 fucking crew.
Yeah, I should probably save.
Just overwrite that. Just name it Bill's Fuck Up 3 or something. Okay, or don't name it anything.
I'm not going to name it. It doesn't even get a name.
I'll name it Bill's
Attention unidentified space vessel.
Oh, that's cool.
I am Starbase Commander Hayes of the slave planet Earth. Our
I take it
hyperwave
your low-res
broadcast
version doesn't
is
look like that?
extremely weak.
No,
Situation
I
critical.
mean it's shitty, but
Energy cores
it's
exhausted.
not
Scanners and
quite
deep
this
radar are
bad.
non-functional. We cannot identify your vessel.
So the fact that it looks worse is better.
Hierarchy resupply
Yeah.
ship?
Okay.
Repeat.
We'll go with that.
Are you the resupply vessel?
Yes, we have your toilet paper.
No, this is the starship your mom, but we stand ready to assist you.
The starship what? Never mind. Look, we won't
Your
last much
mother,
longer. Here's
Hayes.
our situation. According to our oath of fealty to the Ur-Quan, we must maintain the starbase, but we have no space vessels of our own, and the shield prevents us from contacting Earth, so we're totally dependent on the Ur-Quan supply vessels for everything
no.
we need up here. We know there's a hierarchy base on the surface of the moon, but we can't contact them. The Ur-Quan were supposed to resupply the base at regular 5-year intervals, but we haven't received anything in almost 8
And
years.
he's damn near out of
What
toilet
we don't
paper.
recycle, we can usually synthesize. But to do so, we need replacement radioactives for our generator energy
Yeah, he needs the
core.
radioactive
If you
toilet
can
paper.
bring us some
He's
radioactive
had to use
elements,
his
we
shirt
can
3
fabricate the
times.
cores ourselves. Are you willing to help us?
What will he give us in exchange?
Yeah, what will you give us in exchange for radioactives?
I'm sorry, Captain, your message was garbled. Our receivers have very little power.
All right, we're ready to transfer radioactives.
We're initiating transfer of radioactive.
Something tells me he could have kept that going all day.
Can refit the energy cores. There, that's much better. Power
Oh my
ratings
God.
are climbing. Life support is coming back
Hayes,
into the
you,
green.
you look even worse
Deep
than
radar
normal.
systems and sensors are now online.
He looks better in
And I
low
can
res.
Scan your vessel. What the hell kind of ship is that?
It's your mom.
Who are you, Captain?
I fucked. I am Captain I fucked of the starship Your Mom. We are the survivors of a Star Control science research team to the Vela star system.
Yeah.
Star Control science mission, huh? Captain, I served as a Star Control officer during the war aboard several cruisers in the Corward Front. And if there'd been any
I call
scientific mission to
bullshit.
Bela,
Yeah, la-di-da,
I would have heard about
Hayes.
it.
Maybe on a simulator. I highly doubt he's actually been into deep space.
Yeah, the mission was highly secret. You've probably never heard of
You know,
it.
come to think of it, there were some rumors that Corridor 9, the Special Operations Division of Star Control, was directing some hush-hush
He's just bullshitting
operation
us
near
now.
Anderson
He doesn't
Space.
know shit.
The Vela star system. Yes, that would be
Yeah,
the
that'd be the right.
direction.
Yeah, huh?
So, Captain.
Oh, yeah,
if you
I
say it's
remember
true,
hearing about that.
How do you
Yeah,
explain
yeah,
that huge alien
Bullshit.
starship you're flying? And why are you here? What do you want from us?
We've come to take over your base.
We returned to Earth to give you the technology secrets of the precursor and to help you fight the hierarchy.
Fight the Ur-Quan. Win back our freedom. I remember having such thoughts myself once, long time ago. That was in the
Then
first
you
years
became a
after the defeat,
bitter
when it was
old
still
fucking
terrifying
has-been.
to look up and see the bloody glow of the pulsating slave shield overhead. Though day and night
pulsating
we gazed
slave
up at the
shield, he
impenetrable
says.
Oh, the
wall,
pulsating,
as though the sheer
throbbing
power of our hatred had poured
slave
down.
shield.
But over the years, I spent so much of my time struggling down on the surface, under the shield, and then later up here trying to keep the station alive, that I'd forgotten what it means to be free. To hate our
Oh, poor
Ur-Quan
Hayes.
masters.
You know, Hayes.
And now here
What's
you
how
are,
the saying go?
in an
Those who
alien ship of
exchange
unknown power offering me
freedom
your
for, or
assistance
was it
to
liberty
fight
for
against the
security
hierarchy again, after
deserves
all
neither,
these
and will end
years.
up with. I
Captain,
don't know
your
how it
offer
goes.
is
I don't know,
intriguing.
Something to that
tempting
effect.
to
You don't
think that
get
with
any,
your
and you don't
advanced
deserve either
technology,
one.
I don't
we somehow
remember,
crack
but
the Earth's
it
slave
it
shield
ends with your mother's a
and
whore.
reassemble the
Yeah.
alliance to attack the hierarchy. This time.
So
win
basically,
them more.
Hayes just found out the
Consider
hard
the
way why you don't
consequences if we should
change
fail.
liberty for security.
The Ur-Quan won't just punish us here on the station. They'll exact a
See, now he's
gruesome
afraid.
retribution on the surface below as well.
Fucking hiding under his bed. They
Before
won't
I
just
commit the
punish us.
station to
They'll
helping
come in
you
here and they'll
attack the
fuck us in
Ur-Quan
our
and accepting the
ass.
risk of annihilation if we are defeated, I have to make sure that you and your ship have what it takes to oppose the hierarchy. I'll make you a deal.
Oh?
If you can eliminate the alien base on the moon and get rid of that threat at least, I will seriously consider your offer.
I brought you the whole fucking base.
You brought the base.
We found the. Oh wait. We attacked the moon base and completely destroyed the enemy.
Yeah.
You fought them, Captain?
Even their
hope
little
you didn't
ro-
suffer
and we got
serious
the little
casualties.
rovers too.
It was too horrible for words. I just can't talk about it right now.
I'm sure the experience was disturbing. Captain, listen closely. Long-range sensors show a ship closing on this station fast. Our computer identifies it as Ilrath, Avenger class.
Oh, I hate it when they show up.
Oh, me too.
Captain. Your best bet is to wait until you have point blank.
Not the Ilrath. They're going to be mean to us.
It's jamming our signal.
By the fetid breath of the Dark Twin,
Ilrath look good too.
A human and an alien
No
starship.
spider ever looks good.
When I intercepted that Ur-Quan drone and learned that an unidentified
When I was a young
starship
Ilrath.
had approached Earth, I never expected to find such a remarkable vehicle in the hands of a human.
Not a human.
Humans are prey animals, weak and helpless.
Well,
But here
if your
a
baseline is
human
Haze,
Man, I am so
starship.
glad you said, hey, let's do this game.
In direct violation of the oath of fealty.
When you suggested we actually sit down and play this one together, man, you had me at Hunam. You didn't have to say another word.
Severely for this treachery.
the thing is, like, we've been redoing some of, doing the Re-Grumbles of stuff, and
Yeah,
this is a perfect
This is
game.
fitting, yes.
Not to mention, this is the high def version, so I
Where
mean,
the
and they did a few things a little bit different on this.
Like,
Where the hell did you come from? Yeah, where the hell did you come from?
Since you will soon be dead, I will gladly explain.
he's gonna
We
explain
have
where
spent
he comes
many
from.
years gleefully preying on the Pakunk. They are a pitiful, easily killed species. And we would have continued in this divine worship of Dogar and Kazon, but we required additional crew members and repairs to our cloaking device. So we departed
That's
the
right, I
Jiglass
forgot their ships can
constellation
cloak.
and set course for home.
So you're the shitty,
Before we had reached our
you're the
regional
weakest
space,
link.
We detected the passage of a nearby vessel. The
They sent the
Ur-Quan
JV team.
It informed us about you, so here we are. And now you die.
Yeah, you die.
Oh no, there's combat. Here, take over, Mike.
Oh, jeez. All right, should I try the other wimpy ship first?
Yeah, I would. Yeah, throw out the one that actually has more hit points.
All right.
Oh fuck!
Oh, they put it right next to it. Oh. Oh, that sucks.
Oh, that's bullshit.
It's
Is
a
what
good
that
thing we
is.
saved, man.
Ugh. Well, you better make this good, Mike.
Oh, come on. Oh, no. Well, folks, we're going to be trying that one again.
Well, game over. Oh, what did I do?
You paused it. How did you pause it?
I don't know how I paused this. Huh. I hit some. Oh, there we go. Better luck next time. Well, we learned a valuable lesson, folks.
Yeah, reload.
I have a nasty feeling we're going to be doing this a lot.
Oh, what? It didn't save.
What?
Oh, yeah, did it?
Yeah, I was going to say
you
it's
didn't
saved.
change the name.
Okay.
All right.
Attention unidentified
All right.
space
Yeah,
vessel.
Hayes.
I was going to say it.
Yeah,
The Starship
we're
what?
your mom.
Yeah.
We're initiating.
We're
Yeah.
going to transfer.
I'm Captain. I fucked your mom.
Yeah. Mission was super duper secret.
Yeah.
Yeah, here you go. We give you some stuff.
Fight the
Ah, yes. All right. Yeah, you're a big
Base.
coward.
Yeah, that was nice.
Yeah, we attacked the moon base.
Yeah, sure we did. It was a very vicious fight.
Too horrible
I'm sure
for
the
words.
experience was disturbing.
Yeah, it was.
Uh-huh.
By the
By the
that's-
fetid
that's
breath.
fine.
Where the hell did you come from?
I would just let him, you know what? You're going to die.
Oh, hey.
You can do it, Bill. Show me what I missed.
Okay.
right.
Well, here goes nothing.
Round 2. There you go.
Oh, yeah. Well, I showed you.
There. See?
What a beautiful sight, Captain. I haven't seen an Avenger blown away like that since the
I don't know
battle
what your
in
problem is,
Draco.
Mike.
Yeah, I
guess you've
I
shown
saw
that
it.
you
Well,
can handle
it
yourself in
spawned you
battle,
right next to
Captain.
It did, and I
So
was
my last reservation
still.
about helping you has been dissolved. I will commit the
That's
station
all right,
to
he's
helping
dissolving
free
his
Earth
toilet
and defeat
paper.
the Ur-Quan. We may get our atoms rearranged in the process, but
Oh,
by
he-
God,
he might
Captain,
get
we're
his
gonna
atoms
try. So the obvious
picked
first
and
step is to
everything
get the
else and-
precursor equipment and software over here so that we can make it work with our ship repair fabricators. But then what, Captain?
We'll tell you. Something about alien butt.
Yeah, then
Oh,
we.
trust me, Commander. I have a plan. A really good plan.
Yeah, but for now it must remain a secret.
If you feel it's necessary, Captain, I understand. By the way, Captain, I think we need a name for this new alliance we're going to forge. And since it was your idea, it's only fair that you get the honor of naming it.
Oh, that's a bad idea.
Yeah, we
Hayes.
actually went along with that. The Emperor of I Fucked.
The Empire of I Fucked.
Well, you're the one with the big starship. I have good news to report, Captain. We have successfully integrated the precursor technology from your ship into our fabricator system, and as you can see, we've already begun minor repairs on your ship, patching
you
up some of the
named it after yourself.
micrometeorite holes. We noticed
He's
that your ship
okay.
does not have an emergency warp escape unit, so our engineers
Oh,
rigged
this
up
is the
some
best
for you
playthrough so
and
far.
each of
Oh,
your
yeah.
escorts. Now you should be able to escape from a bad situation with the touch of a button.
Oh, now you can
But there
escape
is
like
cost,
a like,
however.
I
The unit
love it.
gulps up 5
Fucking
fuel
Coward
units
Hayes.
each time your precursor ship
Yeah, we
uses
fitted it out with an
Also,
escape
we
thing
now
so
have
you
a
can get away
limited
if you have
capacity
to.
to make modifications to your
The
ship.
only
to refine
modification he
starship
has to
fuel,
add to the ship
build
is you can
additional
run away.
combat ships, and to train new members
You
of
can
your
run
crew
away
for
and
the
come live
flagship
with
and any
me.
ships you acquire for your
Oh, well,
fleet.
there's room under
Captain,
this
I
bed.
need to get to work, so I'll be brief. If you have any questions how this starbase
I'm not
works,
familiar. Is Hayes
what
a French
resources
name?
we need, or just some background information on the galaxy, don't
It's
hesitate
Jets.
to ask.
Commander, I have minerals to offload.
Not a bad job, Captain.
Oh, we can do better.
yeah, we can do way better.
We just need more crew because
Goodbye,
Bill
Captain.
doesn't know how to. Oh, look, there's a tectonic. Let's run straight
Earthquake, schmirthquake. That's what I say.
outfit the starship.
All right, let's get rid of all the crew.
You're gonna need crew.
Yeah, but I like to move the modules around.
Move them all you want, but if the ship blows up, what does it matter if it was next to the fuel tank or on the opposite side of the fuel tank?
Should we sell this thing?
I'd keep it for.
Yeah, you know, actually, that thing is way more effective in a fight than we are.
Yeah, I'd keep it for now.
All right.
It's one of those collect them all, one of every kind.
Yeah, like Pokemon.
Yeah, gotta collect them all.
Or World of Warships.
No. Spaceship.
World of Spaceships.
Spaceship, though.
So yeah, as you can see, folks, you actually have decimals on the fuel now.
Yeah.
So, haha, fancy.
And if you never played this game before, well, you're a fucktard. This game is free. What the fuck are you doing here watching us play it when you could be doing it yourself?
Yeah, why do you watch us?
I mean, free game. Hello. You know, y'all are on the internet right now bitching about how games are gonna cost $80. This one fucking costs you nothing. Go do it.
Y'all are in the internet box.
I turned on the internet box.
All right, fuck guns. We don't need guns. Where we're going, we definitely don't need guns.
Yeah, you said you wanted 2 storage bays and 2 fuel,
Yeah.
and turning would be great. Turning would be great.
Turning would be great, but going fast would be greater.
Okay. If you can afford to go fast, you can afford to turn.
Oh shoot, we need to fuel up the ship.
Fuel would be good too. Yeah.
Well, we definitely need fuel and crew.
Yeah. Crew's a good thing too. Yeah, especially when you're running over fucking earthquakes. Wow, look at that RU go down.
Oh man, we are so poor.
Oh my god. Yeah, at least we can still afford some crew.
All right. Well, let's see. Can we? Yeah, we should be able to afford crew.
Yeah, because it's only what, 3 per crew?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, it's 3 per crew. It says it right there.
1 once we get the Sofixty problem fixed.
Yeah. By the way, folks, we know what we're doing in this game. I played this game so many times it's not funny.
I was gonna say Bill knows what he's doing better than I know what I'm doing, but it's this is a game of this is like a love letter.
So we're not gonna dick around well, we'll probably dick around.
We'll always dick around.
Oh, check this out, folks. Oh,
look at it throb.
Oh, look at it throbbing and pulsing with its red engorgedness.
Bet you never seen the Earth throb before.
But another thing that they added to the game that's just like really nice.
Mm-hmm. But no, this is like we were saying, we both beat the game. Bill knows this game a lot better than I do.
Yeah, I've been playing this game since the 90s.
I like I said, I only found the game after Bill told me about it. Sad thing is he told me about it while he was still, living with me as a roommate. I just didn't give the game the fair shake that it needed. It wasn't until I was out in a truck over the road, and when you shut down at night, you don't really have anything to do. I had my laptop with me, so I installed this game. And that's when I finally was able to give the game the due, diligence is the wrong word, but I was able to give it the attention that it needed, actually spend some time with it. And at that point, I fell in love with the game. And I came back, and even on my time off from work, I'd fire up the laptop, and while Sammy's watching TV and stuff, I'd be playing this game.
Well, that's the thing. It's such a good game.
Yeah, and it holds up. That's the impressive thing.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I played this back when I was, in, I want to say middle school, and I just keep coming back to it.
That, and there's even today, Gen Z, I don't know about Gen Alpha, because I don't know exactly when, one stops and the other starts. But they all whine anyway. But that said, you can go on YouTube and you can watch, the newer generation sitting down and actually playing this game for the first time and doing playthroughs. And
they suck at it.
Well, the thing is, they're like, wow, this, for a game that's as old as this game is, it's really good. It has depth. It has, everything is fleshed out. There's character development. There's,
This wasn't here before.
There's planets that weren't here before. There's everything.
Yeah, they added Sharon. I know that this wasn't in the game before.
I would have to believe you on that, because I've only played the regular version like once.
Whoa!
What's whoa?
Look at all the purple.
Purple schmurple. Well, actually, no, that just gives us more to be able to outfit
Hell yeah.
better.
Sharon dust. Alright, that was not in the original. Alright, this is something that they added. We did have it so, like, what is it, the expanded lore or something?
Yeah, the expanded lore is in the game. I was going to say, you got enough room, you can pick up all that other bullshit.
Yeah, I might as well.
I mean, you wasted the gas to come down here.
Oh, yeah.
There, now you're done.
Well, that's cool. I mean, this would drive me nuts because back in the day, yes, folks, I have created spreadsheets to basically keep track of all the planets in the game and their contents. I'm that much of a fucking nerd, folks. But yeah, Sharon was not here before. I know it wasn't.
What about these soul crystals? Soul crystals?
Zal crystals, yeah, those were always there.
The music is definitely different too.
The music is different.
Yeah.
Huh.
There's with the Megamod. There's Mayday.
Mayday from the surface. We are under fire from a vessel we found hiding on the surface of Pluto. Captain, they killed Kowalski. Not Kowalski. I loved that guy. Fritz, Chin, O'Donnell, and Luigi, and all three of the Lieberman triplets. Oh no!
Not the Lieberman triplets.
We have returned fire, but the stunner can't penetrate the ship's hull armor. We're initiating emergency launch procedure. Oh, thank God, Hayes gave us the escape thing.
Hayes.
Attention, a big, mean, hostile
Yes.
alien missile hovering overhead in an obvious attack.
This is Mike's favorite character in the
By
game.
far my favorite alien.
I know you are going to torture me, so let's just get this over with right now.
Oh, hell yeah, I'm gonna torture you.
The coordinates of my homeworld,
I love how he just spills the beans. If you want to go to my home, you'll find it right here. By the way, you're gonna need a cipher. Tell them this.
Cipher, which is known only by me and several billion others, spotted, is Huffy, Muffy, Duffy.
This reminds me of my daughter, though.
That little mistake with your
What? She hides on Pluto? And
While she was still living at the house, you know, she was going to high school. We put an electronic door, you know, deadbolts and stuff on the door, so you can either open it with your phone, you can punch in a code, whatever. You don't need to fumble around for the key. Well, my daughter decides to give the code, her code, because everybody's got their own code, to one of her fucking high school friends. So when her high school friend comes over in the morning,
so you got like the whole neighborhood coming into your house.
she just, you know, basically lets herself in, and it's like, well, how did she get the code? Well, I gave her the code. Okay. If you would have had a key to the house, would you have gone to the hardware store and created a copy of the key and given it to your friend? She says, well, no. What do you think giving out somebody a copy of your code is? Well, it's different. No, it's not different. They still get in the house.
Identify yourself or be destroyed.
As I said,
Now that would be.
Yeah, welcome to Teenage Girl.
You know, when I was a teenager, my parents would always bitch at me for leaving the door unlocked.
Leaving the door unlocked? Oh, okay.
But here's the thing, and we lived in the middle of fucking nowhere. I mean, who's gonna fucking break into our house? Smokey the Bear?
Smokey the Bear. Well, in all fairness, you know, we grew up in a small town ourselves. I used to leave the fucking keys in the ignition. I didn't even...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even bother taking the keys out of the car, let alone locking the car.
We just immediately... No,
We understand that sometimes...
Yeah.
Yeah, because we don't want to kill them.
Phew, thanks. For a minute there, I thought you were going to kill me.
No,
I considered it.
He's my favorite character. What are you doing here on Pluto?
20 years ago, this region of space was dominated by a loose confederation known as the Alliance of Free Stars, which was
it's the Emperor of I Fucked Now.
The Empire of I Fucked. We really shouldn't have went with that. What's done is done.
Miraculously defeat the combined Ur-Quan Armada, right up to the point at which the Ur-Quan totally defeated, indeed annihilated them.
You're the one with the big ship.
So what are you doing here on Pluto?
No, what are you doing on Pluto?
The system to subjugate formerly the Earthlings, the Ur-Quan presented the humans with the standard slave options. Join the hierarchy as combat brawls and retain some autonomy, including the right to travel through space, or become a fellow species and return to free atomic savagery on the surface of their homeworld, encased for all time beneath an impenetrable force shield. The humans chose the latter option, and so...
I'm surprised that Earth would pick this.
But the Ur-Quan didn't trust them to
There must have been a dem in office.
That's all I can assume. Well, if President Hayes was, you know...
President Hayes!
So-called Earth Guard, and stationed them at a base on Earth's moon.
Tell me what you are doing on Pluto now.
Originally, we were stationed on Earth's moon, which made us Spotty a bit uneasy, because with each passing day, we grew more and more worried about the sneaky Earthlings making a surprise attack.
Sneaky days, so sneaky, let's become a
Yeah, sneaky Haze.
That made us feel a bit better, but when the Ur-Rat left, again we grew fearful, and decided to make a strategic redeployment to Mars. Later on we decided it would be prudent to relocate to Jupiter's moon, Ganymede, then later Saturn's moon, Titan, and finally here to Pluto.
And what happened to the Ilras stationed in the system?
The Ur-Rat contingent were supposed to be the toughest ridge crest, the most rigid flipper, yes, the backbone of the Earth Guard force. But they departed the system en masse not long after the last Ur-Quan dreadnought vanished from this region of space. They claimed to have received a direct order from their gods of evil and darkness, who had grown dissatisfied with the Ur-Rat's passivity and wanted them to kill, or at least torture someone soon. Personally, I believe they just got bored and went off to have some fun.
When do you expect the Ur-Rat to return?
Well, when they were pushing up into hyperspace.
Oh, this is one of my
18 years
favorite
ago.
lines in the
We
game.
asked them that very question, and I think they said something to the effect of real soon.
I like his story about being pushed out, you know, of his house.
Well, it's funny because at work every now and then, you know, people will be like, hey, when are we going to get this fixed? Or, hey, when are we going to get, you know, like our bonus?
Real soon.
Real soon. That's what management said. What is happening on the base at Luna then?
We decided that if the Earthlings figured out we had abandoned the base on Luna, they would be more likely to try something sneaky. So, we rigged up some old
Well, they are
service
sneaky
hard drives
humans.
and ordered them to drive
Oh,
around on
you
the
would
lunar
not believe
surface
what
in
Captain Hayes is
bundles
capable
and
of once he comes out from under his
same
bed.
piles of dirt. In addition, we connected the base's local radio transmitter to an audio Melnorme fun rum.
You mean this one that's right here on the ship?
They would think we were still there.
So they thought that was a distress signal? Man, we need to fire our Xenotech guy.
What happened to the other Spathy ships?
Over the past years, it became necessary to redeploy strategically some of our Earth-powered forces to our homeworld in case of a sudden surprise attack by a vicious, unrelenting alien race which we Spathy call the Ultimate Evil!
How many crew do you have aboard?
Dozens, that is to say scores, and perhaps even hundreds of my brethren stride through the corridors of this specially modified, super efficient,
Did you say bullshit?
destruction-oriented starship, which could lay siege to an entire planetary system should we choose to do so, which, fortunately for you, we have the...
Oh, damn, Oof.
Don't be touching the button.
Oh, dear, oh me.
Hundreds? Come on.
I am undone. You are far too clever for a poor Spathy like me, and now I must submit to your superior alien intellect. I guess I am not revealing any truly important secrets if I tell you that each of my species' lunar-class void ships typically holds 30 Spathy crewmen, though at present my vessel, the Star Runner, is not up to full complement due to the needs of my homeworld in their resistance against the Ultimate Evil. And in fact, my vessel is somewhat understaffed right now.
Oh, wait till you see the
So I have
Ultimate
another
Evil,
Spathy
folks.
on
Yeah, the
board,
Ultimate Evil
which
is
a bit
cool.
frustrating, as I am sure you can understand.
The galaxy teems with threatening monsters. Are you happy here, alone and vulnerable?
How true, Captain, how true. In truth, just between us, during the past 7 years, I have been quite ill at ease.
So he's been here by himself for 7 years? Poor guy.
This witty dialogue and the presence of your huge, powerful, death-dealing starship, which, being my friend, you would certainly feel compelled to use in order to save me from any hostile life forms who threatened me with death.
Who or what is the ultimate evil?
Yeah.
As yet, the ultimate evil remains largely unmanifest, and its powers and exact intentions are still a bit obscure, since it lurks just outside the range of even the most sensitive long-range detectors, which we feel gives conclusive evidence as to the ultimate evil's nefarious intent.
I love the ultimate
So
evil.
why is he still here?
Why are you still here, Captain Fleefo?
Since it was our most powerful and unforgiving masters, the Ur-Quan, who stationed us here, we knew it would be grossly stupid to disobey them completely, but we decided it would be okay to send just one
I love
ship
this
home.
too.
We used one of our most ancient and solemn rituals.
Oh, since we got one out there, that wouldn't really hurt.
Then, some months later, we decided
This is
that it
actually
would
like the thinking of a
really
toddler.
hurt
Yes.
if we sent one more ship
This is
home.
some Chris
And then
level
we sent
logic.
another,
Right.
and another. Well, you get the idea. Alas, as fate would have it,
Because
when
it
the
wasn't
final
bad if we
ritual
just
was
send
performed,
one ship and then they send everything except just one person to watch the humans.
Well, in for a penny, in for a pound.
There must always be one spotter who puts the short top runs.
I wonder who that was.
Where are the Ur-Quan now?
Our masters don't really keep us very well informed about their goings-on, so that all we know is that immediately after the subjugation of the last Alliance race, the Hut, I think, the Ur-Quan gathered their dreadnoughts and departed for the edge of the galaxy, commanding us to obey the slave laws or face their wrath when they returned.
Yeah.
Should we ask him about alien races?
Let's see what other alien races he does give us
We
an option
only
on.
know bits and pieces of what happened to each race. For instance, when defeated, the Yahat joined the Hierarchy as combat thralls, while the Cyrene chose to be slave-shielded on a planet in the Bug Squirt star system.
Bug Squirt.
That's not right. I forget its name. Anyway, where was I? Oh yes, the Shafixti. They were utterly wiped out in a gigantic blaze of glory.
What do you mean Blaze of Glory? What happened to the
The
Shofixti?
Shofixti were half Tyrell, as you know, having been uplifted by the
as we know.
just a few decades before the start of
yes,
the war.
exposition.
In their habit of detonating those suicidal so-called glory devices in combat, it came as no particular surprise to me when, upon the arrival of the Ur-Quan Primary Task Force at their homeworld, the Shofixti caused their sun to explode in a colossal supernova, destroying the entire planetary system, and not incidentally dozens of Ur-Quan dreadnoughts.
What the hell?
What about himself?
Yeah, what about yourself, Weefo?
You mean me, personally? Oh, nice of you to ask.
I love
was
this
born
story.
in poor green in Crafton, the youngest child of a family of 18,487.
Oh, man.
My male parents had to work hard to support us, very hard. But each of my brothers and sisters and I tried to help out to make ends meet. The female parent was kind and sweet to all of us. Why, she once even called me by name. She said, what a treat, a golden memory. I swiftly matured into a fine example of my species with my parents' assistance. Achieved independence. Specifically, they pried me from the door jam and rolled me into the street. Thus prepared, I set out to make my fortune. I had great dreams in those days. Yes, great dreams. I knew that someday I would be vastly rich, wealthy enough to afford a large, well-fortified mansion. Surrounding my mansion would be vast tracts of land through which I could slide at any time I wished. Of course, one can never be too sure that there aren't monsters hiding just behind the next bush. So I would plant trees to climb at regular, easy-to-reach intervals. And being a spotty of the world, I would know that some monsters climb trees, though often not well, so I would have my servants place in each tree a basket of perfect stones. Not too heavy, not too light, just the right size for throwing at monsters. I was thinking about what color the stones would be painted. Aqua, mauve, or magenta.
God, I'm sorry I asked.
Screaming down the street outside my house, and it left me unconscious. When I awoke, I was aboard the void ship Star Runner headed for Earth. Apparently, I had been out of my head for quite some time after the accident, and with the assistance of some kind strangers, had been relieved of my funds and convinced to join the Navy, where I have been unpleasantly employed for the last 25 years.
That's kind of how I ended up with my current job. I'm sure you feel a lot safer if you're with us. Come on, Fuifo, join our fleet.
Happy days and jubilation! I discard all prejudice and hesitations and accept and celebrate your offer of protection and your undying commitment to my well-being. I must wax melancholy for just a moment, though, and make sure you understand that any other spaceships we meet at large in the galaxy are not going to be quite so responsive to your friendly gestures as myself, since
I'll probably
they
just
bear
run
more
away.
heavily the yoke of Ur-Quan enslavement and are also apt to talk themselves out of allying with a totally unknown alien, which I, having been left here alone, cannot do. Welcome me aboard, Captain.
I like how when you do encounter them others, it's like, let's just keep this between ourselves.
Yeah, can we just pretend this didn't happen?
Should we save?
Well, let's go back to Hayes.
Crybaby Hayes?
Yeah, we'll offload our minerals and maybe throw a few more thrusters on the ship. And, oh, come on. No.
I think you need a different captain. Me thinks Captain A doesn't know what he's doing.
Oh, I am in full control of my vessel, sir.
Now I see why you didn't want to put thrusters and stuff on it.
All right, well. Oh, we needed to talk to Hayes. Well, let's throw some more spathy on that ship.
Okay, throw some spathy on there.
Well, I guess they're humans on a spathy ship. I don't know how that works. Let's see.
Good to see you again, Captain.
I wish I could say the same.
Good work, Captain.
Damn right I
Be careful
did.
out there, Captain.
Good work, Cap. He almost sounded pretty condescending with it. Good work, Cap.
Yeah, good work,
Yeah, you did
Captain.
really good. Yeah, you probably don't want any more thrusters because you won't be able to really control it.
Oh no, we need to go fast.
Okay.
Actually, one thing I definitely want to do, I want a second lander.
You want a second lander?
Yeah, trust me, it sucks when you're out in the middle of nowhere and you've lost your lander, and that's
Why would you lose a lander?
because tectonics exist, Mike.
You know how many landers I've lost in this game?
I don't like a zero because you're the perfect
Zero.
player.
Fucking zero. I've never had to have another.
Really?
Really.
I've lost so many landers I can't count 'em.
And after seeing you on the one planet, I can see why. Does not surprise me.
Well, on that disappointment, folks, end of the episode.
Don't forget to save.
Oh, yeah, we should probably save.
Yeah, you should probably save.
All right, so we'll save.
You should name the save Bill Can't Drive.
Fine.
Well, you can backspace
Oh.
and get rid of, yeah. Bill can't drive. Just in case.
There we go. I saved it. Bill can't drive.
Yeah, that way in case you die because you can't drive, at least we can come back here.
Well, on that huge disappointment, folks, end of the episode. Bit of a long episode, but hey, it's the first episode of the game.
Yeah,
So.
gotta get that out of the way.
All right, we'll see you next week then.
With I fucked your mom.
I fucked your mom.
Thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and everything that Jackie would normally say.
That's the line. Oh, the quality you've come to expect, folks.
Yeah.